actually kind of suits the sweater, though.
Does it? Nice.
Yeah.
No,
It's just like a.
he looks like a Harry Potter character.
You look
That's
like
crazy.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
So okay, Freddy Krueger is what the sweater and the shoes are, because it's Friday the 13th tomorrow. So I figured this episode comes out tomorrow.
That's pretty good.
I was
So you actually planned your outfit?
yeah. Well, I'm not dumb.
I thought this
I'm dumb. I just put whatever
Dude,
was on, man.
you plan outfits like I plan hats on this show.
Fair.
It's
I mean,
wild.
That's a nice hat.
I guess it's just shoes and sweater, but yeah,
it was giving me Ron Weasley vibes.
that's crazy, dude.
I
The
could
hat-
kind of actually see that a little bit. Now that I look at it a little more, like.
that's fucked up.
You're a wizard, Terry.
Can
I
you
get
give us like
Malfoy
a
all the
Potter
time.
spell or a Harry Potter
Yeah.
spell right now? Expelliarmus.
What is it? Wingardium
Leviosa.
Leviosa, something like that.
Oh man.
I've never seen a Harry Potter without falling asleep.
We have a guy in the office who hadn't seen any of them until like this year.
Yeah.
Seeing a
Get
girl and they're
out.
watching them together now, and I'm like, how?
I fall asleep every single time like clockwork. I don't know what it is. Puts me out. Wizards.
Dude, I can't sleep. I should be watching Harry Potter then. Trying to fall asleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know who can't sleep right now? That guy who's stressing out his DraftKings bet because he's got like a 5 championship parlay, and it's like every time he has the Oilers, I think is his one last one, and every time like game 1 he was probably ecstatic, game 2 he's probably ecstatic. If I had a bet like that, I'd be stressing out, Charlie. Like I could not sleep.
Yeah, so he has 2 left. He has OKC to win.
Oh yes,
Yep.
yep. No, that's
and
right.
he's got the Oilers. So when they were both tied 1-1,
Yeah.
I believe his cash out payment, because he could win like 230, 240 or something
Yeah.
like that, and his cash out payment was like 115, 120,
Yeah.
and he let it ride. And then Edmonton got so after period 1 of Edmonton, and then period 2, period 3, it went down like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
So he lost crazy money every single period. And then when Pacers beat OKC in game 3, I would believe right now, I don't know if anybody knows, is he at 40,000 payout right now? His last time was 85.
Man.
Yeah.
And then DraftKings was even like tweeting at him saying, we're going to have the updated odds in an hour.
See, my thing with that is, I know casuals won't know this. You can sell part of your parlay.
Yeah.
So he could have sold part of that ticket to somebody
Yeah.
and got cashed out, sort of. It's like basically like taking
Insurance.
a partial
Really?
cash out.
Yeah.
So there's websites where it's basically a marketplace and you can sell these tickets. And I can tell you right now, he could have sold part of that and
Easily.
had a giant chunk of change in the bank right now.
Yeah.
He should have done it once he had after the first games. I guess after the Edmonton win, he probably should have sold part of the ticket. He would have made a lot of money.
At that time, you're like, I'm this close. Why am I gonna sell it?
Yeah.
It was
And
a,
OKC is winning too. Like that's the favorite.
they
So
were,
you're,
well, yeah.
so you're kind of, why not ride it at this point?
It was a $13 fucking bet.
Yeah.
at the
That's
beginning of the year.
unbelievable.
You
Good
could end
for
up with
him.
$20K in the bank right now. Would you rather
Yeah.
have the $20K and then maybe you only win? Like you're splitting the winnings with somebody, so you're gonna sell, say, like 50% of the ticket for $20,000.
Yep.
You still have all that extra money if it
Easy.
hits.
Yeah.
And then except the other side of this is you have nothing.
Or the other side is you have everything.
Well, you have everything still though. If you still win, you go, I made the right choice. I bought insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But here's the weird thing. He's getting so much publicity for his personal brand, even though he didn't have a brand before. He's just a random
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And he's getting so much attention right now that he'll be able to bank on that and either continue to create a show or segments or his own
Yeah.
brand just around betting because he's got so much attention the last
Is he the new Hawk Tua?
I,
Oh,
you
God.
can't, you
Well,
can't,
I don't
you
know
can't
about
go
that.
You can't go that far.
Maybe.
I don't think anyone. No.
Maybe.
That's just insanely
spit on
viral.
that thing, dude.
But
You got
everybody is
this.
talking about him.
No one's talking about her anymore. What a downfall.
Oh man.
Never, ever, ever make a crypto coin.
Yeah.
That's my biggest
No.
piece of advice to anybody,
And-
regardless.
Or make a crypto coin and get the fuck out.
Yeah, well, and
She failed at
and-
even doing
and-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair.
and the crazy thing is, she had an agent. Like, where is your representation or agency?
Yeah.
Like, because I can't remember. I don't know if she's with CAA.
She was working with Better a lot, too.
Yeah, right. And like once again, like, why is no one advising her? And it was like a recent signing too. It was like 4 weeks before she did this, or
Yeah.
5 weeks.
That's genius.
Why is no one coming in and saying, "Hey, maybe this is a bad fucking idea. Don't
'Cause
do
they
this
probably
shit."
came to her with the idea. They're like, yo, check this out. We got a crypto scheme you're going to love. Your fans, they're going to love it too.
You don't necessarily know sometimes, like, and it happens in hockey to tie sports back into this, is when an agent gets a fee from the company on
Right.
top of the fee that they're going to get the cut of the thing that you got paid. So there's teams right now in junior hockey that will go to an agent and say, hey, $5,000 every player you give to us, plus then we'll give you 15% of that player's fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. But
So-
speaking of getting paid, I don't think any of us got paid on our last bets.
Nope.
But scoreboard, if we look at that,
We are looking at the scoreboard here.
I'm officially gonna self-title myself the MLB guru because oh my God, Jose Barrios let me down. But 7 for 8, 15 out of my last 16 MLB bets I've hit. So you guys better hope I don't get that MLB challenge card again, because I might give you guys a run for your money.
Yeah, but see, guys, none of us have won a parlay yet, so this is all just participation medals. None of this matters. This
But
is
I
why-
got the nicest participation medal right now.
Right.
Yes, you have the gold embroidery on
Yeah.
your participation medal.
You got the silver and the bronze. Mine's gold, at least for now.
Yeah, month 2 so far has been pretty interesting. Like, we're all in the neck of it here,
Mhm.
and we're all pretty close. Like, Rahil's 18-3, myself 16-5, Terry 16-5, Babs 15-6. Like, I wouldn't say, like, once again, if I had to have a prediction after month 1 and saying who's going to come out of the gate hot, once again, Terry was doing really well at the end of the first month. Babs is slowing down. Like, I don't know if this scoreboard is actually representative of where we were in our last 10 days.
That's true. That's fair. And I think, like, it's almost like the beginning of the hockey season. It's like, my team's garbage, but, like, we're 2-0. Like, we have a chance still. It's like everyone's got a chance right now. There's not really that big gap. But even if there is a gap, like last season, we saw Terry just kind of, like, come
That
back.
was pretty much the
I mean-
Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Wild
no,
horse.
you were worse
That's
than that,
crazy.
actually.
As in everybody hates you, Terry.
Wow.
No, not everyone.
Fair.
Just
I'm just joking.
some people. I like Terry. We're on the same side of the couch.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, the big thing this month is like we're going by who actually has the dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
And the cards and fucking with each other is probably turned up as a result of that.
Yeah.
Because, you could swap parlays with somebody and then you could still end up with a few wins. But in this case, you could give somebody just a parlay that will not win money.
Yeah.
And then, boom, there it goes. So I think the gamesmanship and the infighting is definitely going to turn up. But Terry and I have created an alliance here.
Yeah,
So,
you guys are done for.
yeah, fuck
Hey.
you.
Charlie didn't even do anything to you. I thought a meme makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm just,
yeah.
It's
Well-
just guilty by association on that couch.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Charlie.
I
We're
haven't
going for
screwed.
a
I haven't
hill
screwed
first.
anybody yet. So like I'm right now Switzerland. I'm just neutral party.
Yeah.
And I just got my flag up here, and I'm just like, I'll listen to all sides.
yeah.
And also, has anybody fucked up their parlays recently? I think we're on a run.
Yeah,
True.
it'd be crazy.
One
Oh my
week
God.
without a
One
parlay
week.
fuck up. Yeah.
No, it's been
Insane.
2 weeks because I don't think anyone messed up UFC.
No.
No, so 2.
Well, if
Okay.
you fucked up UFC, you have to be the biggest idiot on the world. We were picking money lines either
Yeah.
To
side.
be fair, we
Right.
had 4 straight weeks where I think like it was like me,
Every-
then Terry, then Charlie, then you,
Yeah.
or you were first. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of us did fuck up the UFC card, but like at least we're like semi-smart, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
And I still disagree. I got screwed with my cheating.
And I once again, I didn't make a mistake. I just was stupid and tried to do a loophole and
Yeah.
fucked myself in the process.
Yeah.
I could have won month 1 and I fucked up.
I have no excuse. I'm dumb.
the
Hey.
one thing I want to end off on, just talking about bets and stuff, is Terry's. You got some fanboys that don't like me. I'm reading the YouTube comments and I'm in Terry's Twitch channel and they're like, I think they're just mad that I like did him dirty, and like
Good.
I see the comments like, oh, Rahil got lucky and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, this
Get
is
'em,
getting
boys.
spicy.
Yeah, no.
Get 'em,
We actually
boys.
have a fan club. It's
Sick
called
'em.
Fuck Rahil.
Oh, are you the
We have a
burner account
Facebook-
commenting?
We have a Facebook
yeah.
page.
You know what? Quick segue. If you have a burner account, I can't be friends with you. It's
Yeah.
such a loser thing. Put your name on your account, or if you're like a brand or whatever. But like the amount of people that I know have burners and will
Yeah.
say mean things, I just respond burner account sad face or burner account dead.
That's.
You- Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I never thought about that, but yeah, I guess like I don't know people who would use that. So
You're a coward.
No,
For sure.
this is the thing, because it's happened in the NFL and NBA where there's been general managers or owners that have had burner accounts to like rip on agents, on
Yeah.
players, on contract talks, leak news shit,
Yeah.
and then they trace it back to like the same IP or realize that it's like the same guy and shit, and then like they'll get suspended and fined like hundreds of thousands of dollars. For
Who's
that.
the one former Rangers defenseman? He got into a fight with his goalie, and everyone makes fun of him on Twitter for having a burner account. that
Tony
they say-
D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo.
right.
That's one where everyone says he has one. I don't know if it's been proven, but it's that kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
similar thing where I'm just like,
I can say this. There is a lot of guys in Major League Baseball with burner accounts. Some of
Yeah.
them do it ironically to be funny.
yeah.
okay.
And then there's some guys who will go after fans from their
Oh, yeah.
burners. Like players, like I'm not going to say which team.
Don't.
But I know for a fact there's several guys who have burners. And some of them will just do it to say like stupid shit
Yeah.
because they can't tweet what they think.
Right.
And then there's other guys who will 100% just go after people because they're pissed, like news reporters and stuff. They'll
Yeah.
like
yeah.
the reporter that said something dumb to them in like whatever,
Yeah.
like they'll go after those guys. That's a little different
Yeah.
That's awesome.
because you
I'm
have
all
to
for
have a
that.
burner
Yeah.
because of your job. But just your casual like father of 5 that has a burner, like fuck.
Yeah, it's just weasel
I
mentality.
will like if I find out that people I know have one and use one, I don't respect you anymore.
Right.
But you know what I actually don't respect is the fact that I got hit with the hook this week. So the Oilers, that fucked me, right? So that's one of
Bro.
my losses. My card was dead once the Oilers lost by the a lot of goals.
Yeah, because you had Oilers plus 1.5, right?
Yeah, and I thought that was safe.
Yeah.
It was
and why
not
would it?
safe.
It'd be I think maybe one of the 1 or 2 times this whole series, like, or not just the series, but this whole playoff where they haven't had more than
Yeah.
1 goal.
Yeah, that sucked. And then I got the hook with one of my NBA props, like taking those 10+ point ones that
Yeah.
seemed safe. It wasn't.
Well, that's what happened to me last week too.
Yeah. Miles Turner screwed me on that one, and then I went like a little rogue. The SGA first basket score, probably stupid.
Right.
If the other plays hit and that one misses, but I'm trying to win with the money, so I'm taking a bit of
Yeah.
a risk. But yeah, I got the hook. The first time I've gotten the hook on the show yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone else get screwed over by the Oilers?
Yeah, I did. I had Draisaitl to take 2 shots. The dude didn't show up.
Yeah.
he sat out game 3, and McDavid to get an assist.
Yeah.
Another one that just didn't hit, and I thought that was a safe one too. But
Just didn't happen.
yeah, Corey Perry was the only person who did anything.
Yeah. I was the same as Terry, so I had McDavid and Draisaitl to get a point, and they both screwed me.
Well, I'm
Crazy.
glad. I mean, my only one was Barrio, so I guess I'm glad I didn't have hockey. But speaking of bad beats, Babs, do you want to tell the camera what you did 5 minutes before we recorded?
yeah.
Because
So earlier today, someone goes, "Hey, FanDuel's doing a $5 bonus bet, but you have to put it on a home run parlay in the MLB." And I go, "It's a free bet. I'll take it." So I take Aaron Judge and who's the other player?
Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt
Bobby
Jr.
Witt.
I parlayed it's plus like 1,300. I go like, hey, maybe this will pay for my gas to go home this weekend. Like, great, fun. And then you're looking on FanDuel because I tell you about this bonus, and you're going, Aaron Judge isn't here. I go, what do you mean Aaron Judge isn't there? And then we thought like maybe his line was pulled down, and I go and check Twitter. Aaron Judge is getting the day off for the first time this
Not
season.
injured. The day off. They're
So,
just resting.
It's a bonus bet. They don't give you another option. That bet is just gone.
Yeah.
So that I just get the
Womp, womp,
yeah, and
womp.
I don't even get. I don't know if they'll give me just half of it because of the other leg of the parlay. I don't know if it just completely voids it,
Right.
or if they pay it out. Because if you have a parlay and a player gets pulled, they'll usually just regrade it.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's a bonus, but that had to be a parlay. If I'm even gonna have the option, so yeah, that was a absolute kick in
The
the
interesting
dick.
part with that is it was only a 2-leg parlay, so if one's voided, it technically isn't a
Parlay
parlay still,
anymore.
but it is. So that'll be interesting. I think I took like Carlos Pena of the Astros, and then I took Bobby Witt with you too. But it was so funny because I'm literally just scrolling, and I'm like, Aaron Judge isn't on here, and Babs is like, I picked Aaron Judge, and I'm like, well, he's not on here, Babs.
And to be honest, my first thought was Rahil's an idiot.
And then it was like, nope, you
No,
just got.
I'm
just
the
got-
idiot.
yeah, just got a bad beat, man. That's
There's-
unfortunate.
There's
Uno
got to be more
reverse.
to that though. Like we're 3 months in, and he's already getting a maintenance day. That seems a little strange.
They play 162 games.
I get it. I know you're playing like 4 or 5 games at least a week.
Yeah.
Which still seems wild to me in today's day and age.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It just seems a little odd.
Yeah.
I hope there's nothing more to it because he's having an amazing season.
I don't
Yeah.
think they would say he's getting the day off if it was something different, like if it was injury related or something. I feel like they have to.
They'd say
Disclose.
sidelined for.
Yeah,
you
there would
know,
have to be a statement just because of the betting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're a lot more communicative right now of what is actually going on. There's no more like Bill Belichick being like, "Hey, what's someone's status?" and just going, "I'm not talking about that."
Right. Yeah. Upper body.
So I'm not a big baseball guy. How often does someone take days off? Is that just like a regular thing?
They
People
might.
do?
It's not regular.
It's
No.
not that
No.
regular. No, usually they're like every
Oh.
day. Because like even a guy like Judge, like he plays. I don't know if he plays right field or left field, but he plays out. But it's like if you're a strong bat and you're like, oh, like I need a bit of a rest, I'll just DH you,
Yeah,
and then you just be
Okay.
the designated hitter and you just go up to bat. So like
Gotcha.
for him to get a rest day is a little more like it's not like the NBA or anything like that's a little bit more like. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like Charlie said, it's only 3 months in.
NBA rest days are the biggest joke of them all.
right.
Oh yeah.
And they get fined when it's like the last like 10 seasons of the or last 10 games of the season
Yeah.
because like people are still paying like crazy money to
Mhm.
watch your team play, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll get fined if they have like something more than like 3 or 4 starters sitting out. Team gets fined.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Really? That's interesting.
But speaking of watching your teams play, we got Edmonton and Florida playing tonight. Do you think Oilers fans are going to be happy to see their team play tonight, or do you think they're going to be a little like, we got beat bad last time? I don't know, because a lot of people are just like, it's over. But I'm like, it's Edmonton, man. It's not over.
It's Edmonton. It's game 4. Stu Skinner is 6-0 in game 4s.
But Knobloch was saying that there might be a change happening. I don't know if Pickard goes in tonight.
No, I
was
saw the confirmation
Yeah,
earlier.
It is.
Isn't
It
it
is.
Skinner-
Skinner?
it is,
Isn't
yeah.
it
Skinner's in.
Klingberg?
And Klingberg's out.
Yeah.
Jeff Skinner for Arvidsson.
Yes.
And then Troy Stetcher for Klingberg.
Klingberg,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow, 3 for 3. Let's go.
Wow.
So that I don't know how much that changes for me. I know game 4, like you have that stat line, but a lot of the time, like stat lines like that, do they actually mean something? I know like people get all obsessed with it with betting stuff, but like there's a lot of trends that you look at and go like that doesn't necessarily equate to something.
Mm-hmm.
But Elliot Friedman said it the best. Everyone hates the 2 days off between games 3 and
Yeah.
4, but it absolutely benefited the Oilers. Like
Yeah.
that's the perfect situation to have
Yeah.
that for them.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Obviously, Florida can rest a little. I fear because I was completely wrong about the total. I said go, and it was 7 goals, and I said, hey, I think it's going to be probably 6. So take the under. I was wrong about that. I was wrong about how the first period was going to go. Maybe it's just because I don't like Florida. I respect them, but I don't like them. So I have a feeling that maybe my predictions and my analysis are just wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think we're gonna get a closer game because, like, I think as much as like people read into stat lines and they can, he's 6-0, but then if he's 6-1, no one cares about that stat line anymore. I do think Edmonton's gonna show up this game. It's just I want to see how Florida is. Like, you just beat someone 6-1. Like, even in the Leafs series, they spanked the Leafs 6-1 in Game 5. They lost Game 6, and then they spanked again in Game 7. Florida has a tendency to kind of let off the gas a little bit after a big win.
So what Florida shows up?
So what Florida shows up,
Yeah.
I think, is going to be the big thing. I think it is going to be a closer game, though. Do you kind of agree with that, Charlie?
I'm going to go with the craziest prediction, and I don't know if I'm going to have anybody agree with me.
15-14.
booing
And
this man.
I don't want this to be true, but I think Florida goes up 3-1 tonight.
Boo.
And I
Boo.
that's just my instincts. That's what I'm going with. If I had to bet tonight, I'm going Florida. And crazy after that, second prediction is I think Edmonton comes back and it goes to Game 7.
Oh,
So
okay,
is this
okay.
just like a recycle of
Yeah.
years
Last
previous?
year?
Yeah, almost.
With how Florida is just unreal right now. They are in their heads. They are in their faces. They clearly, if Edmonton is even remotely undisciplined tonight, it's fucking done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the end of Game 3. If you're an Edmonton fan, you got to be embarrassed. Florida whooped your ass on the scoreboard and then whooped your ass on the ice. Like
Yeah.
it was embarrassing to watch. They're trying to protect Ekholm on the bench. Like that's so funny.
Yeah.
I think that the Panthers fans had to be embarrassed too, though, because they were pouring beer on players.
Yeah.
That fan's got to be banned from NHL arenas for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
like
for
you,
sure.
that's just not something that happens.
Can't be doing that. And it was a chick too.
Yeah, I
Really?
mean,
Oh,
I
That's
didn't notice
wild.
that part.
Yeah, it was a chick.
I was
Oh,
just
well.
watching the cup. So okay, I guess she shouldn't be allowed into an NHL game ever
They them,
again.
maybe.
Yeah.
I know people have been shitting on fan bases and stuff, and that's fair, but you have to respect not the fans, but the way Florida plays. And you look at Marchand, for example, was plus 2,100 to win the Conn Smythe, moves to plus 400. I was looking at it and go, I should put a nickel on that, but I was out to dinner with my girlfriend, so I didn't. Fuck. The same thing with Sam Bennett.
So I was just about to say
Yeah.
Sam Bennett too, because he's unreal this
Yeah.
series.
And his odds were so
Man.
juicy. You could have just put $2 or $3 on it, and I didn't. So now, if I have that feeling, I'm putting $1, so at least I've won something.
That's
I'm
that's
so
a good way to
sick
go
of the
about
betting
it.
FOMO.
Yep.
Yeah.
On futures only, not straight bets.
Yeah.
Right. Just on
Just futures.
just my
Yeah.
future. I can't have this feeling anymore. It sucks.
Yeah, because
Marchand's gonna get a hat trick tonight, and I'm gonna want to jump off the bridge.
I felt the same way now seeing that Calder Trophy winner Lane Hudson. He was
Yeah.
plus 1,800. I was like, damn, I should have put $2 on
Yeah,
that.
and
but-
I almost did that in January.
and even that would have
Yeah.
been decent
Ooh, I
odds
know.
too, because that was still a close race.
Where's Bennett at right now? Plus 260?
Oh, he's
It's-
high.
It's higher than Marchand.
Yeah,
so.
it is higher.
Yeah, that just sucks. And I've done this. I think we were talking about it in the office. I think this is the 4th time in the last few months I've been like, fuck, yeah, why didn't I do that? And I was
Yeah.
looking at it. There was a few Coach of the Year ones where I actually knew who was going where, and I should have loaded everything on it
Mhm.
rather than just a few. I had $25 on a future, and I was like, fuck, yeah, hopefully this goes my way, and it did. Mike Sullivan went my way. There was a few where I really should have loaded
Yeah.
up because the next day, boom, market's gone. Jonathan Taves was the one I was pissed about.
Oh yeah,
Right,
I
that's
remember
right.
that
Plus 285.
one. Yeah,
And now it's yeah, he's playing this year.
Yeah,
that
that's a-
sucks.
that's a good one. So to wrap up the Florida Edmonton, what do we all think is going to happen tonight? I'll start with you, Charlie.
Yeah, I got Panthers winning.
You think it's tight, close? No score, but just tight or close.
4-3.
4-3. I'm gonna go Edmonton 5-4.
Ooh, I like that. 5-4 in overtime.
Ooh, Edmonton.
Yeah, Edmonton.
Probably like 3-1 Edmonton. I'm just being
Okay, so we got
contrarian.
3 Edmonton. So I'm gonna move to their couch. You're
So
gonna be
I'm
the
so
lone-
I'm the
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah.
You're gonna
I
be
got
the
some
lone
space in
Florida guy
between
there.
us.
I don't want to be like either way. I win. It's
Yeah.
either I call it and I got it because I called it,
Yeah.
or I lose and I'm like, great, Edmonton won. Like there's no losing
Yeah.
for me on this.
That's
yeah,
fair.
it's like one of those situations too for Edmonton where like if they lose, then they get to go back home. Like it's still like not the worst place to be
Yeah.
in, but they just got to they got to tighten up that first 5-10.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, the Panthers are a snowballing team.
Yeah.
And they just go and go and go. Speaking the opposite of that, though, the Ducks.
Oh man, I like this move. The Kreider trade. I mean, you get a 30 goal scorer when he's healthy. Gritty guy. I mean, I don't like him because of what he did to Carey Price. I still think we would have won the cup in 2014. Not to bring back old wounds,
Still sore.
but yeah, still very sore. But no, I think it's a great move. I think he's going to be good for them. That young team, you got Zegras and all those other guys there. They have a decent goaltending tandem too in Dostal and Gibson. Like when Gibson's good, he's good, and then Dostal looks like he's going to be solid.
He's
so.
Yeah.
probably going to be the future starter, and
Yeah.
they'll ship Gibson out. But it's interesting because what does Drury have on the Ducks that they just keep taking his shit? It's like Trouba, we'll take him.
Yeah.
Kreider, send him here, we'll take him. So like they're becoming the 2020 Rangers.
They're the
Like-
Rangers 2.0.
Yeah.
I think they're going to grab Marner. I think Marner wants to go to Southern California and have no fan pressure.
Mm.
And I also look at this team, though, and Kreider had a funny quote. I read it in text, and that can be completely different as how it was said. I think he referred to them as the Mighty Ducks, and then went, oh, wait, are they still the
mighty?
Still
Yeah.
mighty.
and he goes, we'll just leave the Mighty in there. But I thought that was quite funny. They should probably just go back to the Mighty Ducks,
They
give a little
should.
bit of a. They already did the
Absolutely.
logo, just do the
Yeah.
name too.
I don't
Just do
think
it.
they can.
Can they? Oh, Disney
Wait,
might
is
own.
Disney?
maybe. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck.
What it
Exactly.
wouldn't surprise me if Disney still has shares though there.
I watched a video about this 2 weeks ago, and I should be able to answer that question.
You
Right.
can't.
Like
It's one of those
Disney-
videos that like
Yeah.
you're informatively watching it. And it's just like, well,
I just
I did not take anything from
I just
that.
they had an
Damn it.
owner who was like doing stuff, and Disney owned the team, and people thought they were being crazy, but they sold a shit ton of merch. Blah 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 blah. I think Kreider helps. I think they're actually going to be a good team because guys like Southern California because they can date a model and they can go outside and golf.
Walk
And-
to the game in shorts.
And they're like, I know people that are fans of Anaheim, so it's not like they're a fake team, but like the pressure's
you're walking around
not-
in Anaheim. You're not getting noticed if you're Chris Kreider. Like,
No, for sure.
no,
no one's
Yeah,
gonna
sure,
recognize you.
And if you're Marner going there, like once again, I don't think you're moving the needle.
You don't think 100-point winger's moving the needle for them?
No.
They don't care about playoff success right now. They need regular season
Yeah,
success.
I just don't see Marner. Like once again, like I think Kreider moves the needle maybe even a little bit more so than Marner.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
spicy
I would
take.
disagree with that 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think
but
that's
I know what I'm getting with Kreider in the playoffs. I'm not getting fuck all with Marner in
but
the
the
playoffs.
Ducks don't care about the playoffs right
Yeah.
now. They're just trying to get there.
I understand that, but like once again, you also have to think about the team mentality. Like there's already enough
Yeah.
dressing room and like social media shit and the pressure, like with all that stuff with Zegras. Like once again, like that's been a hot topic issue.
Yeah, does
Over
he
the last
get
couple years.
traded?
Add
Does he
fucking
stay?
Marner in that mix, another guy that doesn't really care and does a whole bunch of social shit, does the sponsorships, really doesn't translate that well. Like I don't know, I just don't see it being that good.
If I'm an owner, I'm not looking at Marner like, oh, he doesn't produce in the playoffs. I'm looking this is a 100-point player during the regular season who's going to help my team, and we're gonna find that player in the playoffs too because
Yep.
he put up 13 points this.
Well, and Four Nations Marner was better than Leafs
I-
playoff
yes.
Marner.
I get that.
Yeah.
So I think you look at it and go, oh, when he's not in Toronto or potentially near certain family members, potentially he's actually really good. And there's no playoff pressure in Anaheim. The fans are there and stuff, but it's not like Toronto. They're not
No.
remotely the same. So I wonder if that would make him blossom.
But Hockey Canada has the toughest of the tough, the best guys, the guys that'll be like, stop doing this shit, knock it off, fucking play your game. Toronto doesn't have that. I don't think Anaheim has that. But if you put them in like, Edmonton, where you have the guys that are like, fuck off, do your shit, or get the fuck out, or Florida Panthers. like,
Florida,
once
that would be a
again,
good spot
Yeah.
for that.
I see that working better, and that's what I believe Marner needs, as opposed to Marner's the star, Marner's the leader, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and everybody follows his lead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think maybe Minnesota would be a good fit for him because you've got like Kirill over there already as like the guy,
Yeah.
and you come in as maybe the like 2A essentially or 1B maybe
Mm-hmm.
in that role, and Like they're a good team. They've
Yep.
got tons of cap space to work with.
See, I just see like Anaheim being like Chicago. It's just like you're the star, you're the guy, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You need someone there that has an established presence, established leadership, and I think that's
fair.
where
Well,
it takes
you got
place.
Gudis though in Anaheim, and that guy takes zero bullshit because he gave it to
Yeah.
Toronto like crazy. So Gudis is I don't know. Maybe I'm misevaluating their room. I have 2 Trevor Zegras young guns. If everybody's interested, the value on those is gone. Woo!
Yeah.
So I'll freely get rid of those. Hopefully he gets traded somewhere and just performs really well.
Yeah.
That'd be great for me.
Now, I do have some good news for the boys on the couch. Canada will be getting another NHL team soon. You guys hear about this?
What?
Atlanta has been approved for an expansion. So, if history repeats itself.
Oh yeah.
is third time.
That's
The
crazy.
Flames, the
How you led
Thrashers?
into this topic, Terry, is wild.
I was like, Quebec's fine.
Well, I mean, it's gonna happen. Just wait,
yeah.
dude.
I thought you were
Just
getting
wait.
NBA sentold there.
Nah, but I mean, Atlanta. Like, how many times do we need to put a team in Atlanta to realize it's not gonna work?
Fuck
Right.
Gary Bettman, man.
And I understand trying to grow that southern market because it's so big there. Atlanta's one of the biggest cities in the states, but
Why?
how many times do we
I
have
don't-
to do this?
I don't get why Atlanta. Like Houston, I think is
Yes.
the biggest American city without a hockey team right now.
Yeah.
And like I know the Dallas Stars and all this stuff already, but it's like there were so many better options in Atlanta, and it's like this is their 3rd team.
Yep.
They had the Atlanta Flames, which
Yep.
I think were the Calgary Flames,
Yep.
right? And then they had the Thrashers, which became the Jets. It's like, dude, like 3rd time's a charm, I guess is what Gary Bettman's thinking. But it's like, dude, like it shouldn't have even gotten to 3 times.
I can't wait to watch the Quebec Nordiques play.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? That's a really good bit. If somebody wants to go ahead and do that, is only refer to them as the Quebec Nordiques the whole time.
Are you a fan of the expansion, Charlie? Or are you kind of
No, not Atlanta. Like I understand Atlanta where it is now as opposed to 15, 20 years ago, because Atlanta has done so much economical development
Yeah.
in and around their city. It's a media powerhouse because everybody's leaving like Hollywood,
Yeah.
LA, and there's the amazing tax credits that you're getting in Atlanta as well. You look at like TNT and a lot of like sports shows and media properties are also living in Atlanta, operating in Atlanta. There's crazy sets, property. There's so much that Atlanta now has offered and can offer now in the last
Yeah.
10 years. So it is a different market. It is the same fan base though. And I
Yeah.
don't know if that's going to translate. Meanwhile, you have like Ontario that only has 2 teams right now. And thinking back to like when Jim Balsillie was trying to get a team here in Kitchener, Waterloo, right? Like Mississauga, Hamilton, London, Kitchener. Like there's so many, and even if you go a little bit north, you can go Barrie as maybe as like a
the
fifth
limit.
rank.
Yeah.
But there's so many opportunities here, just let alone Ontario, but Quebec Nordiques as we're talking about, right? There's so many more opportunities, and I don't know about down south. There's 3, 4, 5 markets easily that I think could go ahead of Atlanta.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, that's kind of fair. But you know one fan base that's not disappointed right now? My freaking Toronto Blue Jays. I have not been to a game this year, and I'm not going to a game the rest of the year because I'm convinced I'm the curse. Every time I go to a game, they play like crap for the rest of the year. They're like 20-10 since like early May or something like that. Alejandro Kirk's like, bro, that guy's my role model. He's my superhero,
I
man.
love watching him run.
Oh my God, he is, bro. Like I know, like the the shape and everything, and he has a little bit of pounds on him, but that guy can run, man. Like when you see him stretch out for a double, like I'm getting out of my seat at home.
Yeah.
Like go Kirk, go Alejandro. Have you guys been watching the games at all? Like are you guys?
I
like,
watched a little
following this?
yesterday. I don't usually watch, but the Gate 14 boys were watching, and I was like, yeah, like I'm seeing they're doing some stuff. It's exciting. Like
Yeah, they're throwing the ball.
yeah, like some of the guys, like I was watching one of their relief pitchers yesterday, and there people are like, he's in a lot of trouble throwing strikes, and I'm like, that's an alarming thing to hear about your relief pitcher.
Yeah, that's the last thing you probably want to hear. But like they've just found a way to make it. I think their last 4 series, it's like they won a series, they swept, they won, and they swept. Like it's like they're not playing like they were playing some mediocre teams, but there's some good teams in there too. Like I think they swept the Phillies.
Yep.
Or something like that, which is
But
unheard of.
Phillies were like, they lost like 6 or 7 in a row though.
Yeah, so like maybe you catch them at the, but like that's the kind of stuff you need if you're the Jays. You need to catch those like good teams when they're not doing well, so that you're maybe. I mean, I don't know if they
game
win the
ahead.
division, but like
They're only 2.5 back on the Yankees.
so
right
they're getting close, and it's like there's just been so much a wild card disappointment. Like I was at that one Seattle Mariners playoff game where like we were up 7-0
Yep.
and lost 8-7. I still have nightmares about it, but like I'm just glad to see them. Like it's fun to go to the Rogers Center now. Like
It's fun.
Sofa
Bro,
Kings at the Rogers Center in the next couple weeks, maybe. Who
that's
knows?
crazy
Thursday.
because some of us are going, and you had to make up your showering with babies to not.
Oh
hang
yeah,
out with
I
the
got a
group,
baby
dude.
shower. I can't go to that one. In
Yeah.
reality, I just don't want to hang out
A
with Terry.
baby shower. Come
That
on, dude,
happens
that's
sometimes.
that's
You
crazy.
got stuff you don't want
That's
to
for
do
the
that you
ladies,
have to.
dude.
I'm going on Thursday because my buddies are throwing out the first pitch, so I'm gonna have to make my picks from the Rogers Center,
Yeah.
which will be interesting. Maybe that'll be a good luck
You have
charm.
to make it only on player props from that game.
I have to make all of my plays live. Will this next pitch be a ball?
Are both Gate 14 guys throwing a pitch?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so we took them to warm up.
Right.
They were like doing a quick video, and yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see how that all ends up going for them.
So what's your prediction? Are both getting across the plate or one?
Yes,
or
because when two people have to throw the first pitch, I think typically what happens is they don't let them throw from the mound. So
Is it like a 3 or 2-legged race where they have to throw it together?
I would
How does
love
this
for them
work?
to be having to throw the same ball together, hand in
Yeah,
hand.
yeah. That'd be so funny.
I would love that.
Who-
No,
who's more likely not to throw a strike?
Avery. I
Yeah.
think just because of past injuries, because they both got banged up. But
Yeah.
I watched Johnny rip the ball, and I'm like,
He's got
holy
gas.
that was
man.
that. You saw the
Oh
clip, right?
man.
He just throw. He has to throw a cutter. Apparently, I don't understand the mechanics of it because of his shoulder injury. I guess he just absolutely lays in cutters.
Yeah, my shoulder hurts. I have to throw it as hard as I possibly can.
I saw the video and I'm like, is he throwing the first pitch or is he trying out? Like I couldn't tell, man. Like it was pretty intense.
I was saying to him, I go, brother, for just the clicks, slip and throw the ball to first base.
That'd be kind of fun.
Just
Yeah,
sail it.
I would love to see like a rookie of the year where he re-injures his arm at the end of the game and his mom's telling him to just float it in there. That would be awesome if just one of them just lob it right in there.
Yeah. That'd be
That'd be
fun
pretty
one.
good.
No, I'm excited to go. I've been to the Rogers since they renovated it. Thank God they fucking did the renovation.
Yeah.
It used to be gloomy. It's not gloomy really
Yeah,
anymore.
it's vibrant now.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'll be at the Corona rooftop on Thursday,
Attaboy.
There you go.
being sober.
Absolutely.
But I think when you look at, just to kind of tidy up in the Jays here, what I'm afraid of is right now they're in their hot streak. Then and they've done this multiple years in a row where they then slow down before the trade deadline,
Mhm.
and it's like, all right, now we're not shopping, we're selling, right? So like, I just hope they don't get in that position. Like, put yourself in a position where you can go out and be active, be aggressive, go out and get better relief pitchers, get another starting pitcher, get another utility guy,
Yeah.
and I'm just afraid of that right now. Like, and this is where they are right now without Max Scherzer.
Mm.
They started off shitty, now they're fucking hot. What's this team potentially going to need in a month and a half?
Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
Because that's gonna happen.
that's what they actually held him out today for trade-related reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10 trades that would never happen. A star Yankee being traded to the Blue Jays.
Right. Yeah.
Pacers, we got to talk about the Pacers. So I thought taking Pacers +5 was a stupid wager after the fact. I didn't like it, but turns out it
You should have went -5.
was okay. Yeah, I could have.
Yeah. I mean, everyone was saying OKC in 5, OKC in 5. I mean, the series minimum goes 6 if OKC is going to win it. I mean, the
Mhm.
Pacers are showing up, and you mentioned it a couple episodes ago, Charlie. Like, the way they play defense is it kind of matches with OKC, and it kind of competes with OKC well. And again, I'm not the basketball guy, but like I paid attention to a little bit of the game, and I was like, I kind of see it a little more. And who is it? Tyrese Halliburton?
Yeah.
That was the guy who one of the episodes I picked him, and he did good. And he had the whole like choking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been kind of emerging a little bit this playoffs too. He's been good.
Yeah, the one thing I just don't like about Halliburton is he does come across like sometimes he does have an ego or
Yeah.
he wants to be that guy, but then his production doesn't make him that guy.
Yeah.
So he has like one really good game, kind of one bad game, one mid game, then another really good game last night. Last night we saw a really good game from him.
Yep.
What was interesting about the Pacers, and I said this like leading into the series, and what you're just attesting to, is the Pacers do have a better setup defense against OKC than the Knicks,
Yeah.
right? Or another team that was coming in. And so we saw that on display last night. There was like SGA arguably had his worst game probably the
Mhm.
entire playoff that's happening right now.
Didn't he still
and-
put up 26 points?
Yeah, but like, but
That's
he's
crazy.
you should be able to count on him for 30.
Yeah.
But if you look at like the last 8 minutes of that game,
Mhm.
it was like 0 for 6 for field goals, 0 for 8 on 3-pointers. It was just really, really bad. And then they had like 8 or 9 turnovers, 5 steals. It was a really poor defensive and offensive zone for OKC in that game.
Yeah.
NFL, we got to talk about this. There's so many guys holding out right now. Trey Hendrickson, Then the draft pick from the Bengals, he's like, hey, I'm not signing my contract because they're trying to put a new
Jalen Ramsey one of the guys?
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey wants to be traded. And then you've got T.J. Watt. After I said, hey, I might take Pittsburgh to make the playoffs, T.J. Watt not going to play.
TJ Watt.
He watched our episode and said, no, I'm proving Babs wrong.
It's one of those funny things in the NFL where like guys will like have a contract and say, I'm not playing. But in the NHL, that's just not something that happens. Guys don't sit. You can't do that.
You can't sit with a contract. There's been recently there's been more and more like signing contract holdouts though, I think. It's like you've had like I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like Marner was one. Who was the other Leaf?
Nylander waited because he was an RFA and basically said, hey, fucking pay me.
Yep.
They didn't get the deal done till into the season.
Swayman.
Jeremy Swayman?
Swayman held out to the start of the season.
Yeah,
that's
missed
right.
The majority
Great
of
point.
And then he shit the bed.
Yep.
So
Subban's career ended because he didn't get the money he wanted.
yeah,
That's another one.
He's good at yapping on TV though, so I think he might have saved his body by doing that. And he's got his wife and everything, and he's going to be in a good spot regardless.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, in the NFL right now, the Bengals are a team that, like, honestly, because of the issues they're having with this prospect and then the Hendrickson situation, I'm probably going to bet the Bengals to miss the playoff.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned something about a clause in this contract?
So there's rookie contracts got changed, so then that way they'd be, like, more guaranteed, so you wouldn't have issues with, like, rookies holding out. Basically, it's like a template almost. And the Bengals found a way to add something into the contract that could void multiple years of the guarantees. And that's how I watched Adam Schefter talk to Pat McAfee about this. And then the Bengals player just goes, yeah, I'm not fucking signing this. And he was unsigned, but still showing up to like mini camp and stuff, not participating necessarily, but
just
he
cheering
was
his
there.
friends on.
He was in the building. He was going through like because they do so much film study and stuff at this time of year, especially like after rookie mini camp and stuff. So it's not traditional so much for a player to be in the building, but he's going like, I'm going to be a great teammate. And the Bengals are going, we're going to make you the guinea pig for this contract. And he's going, no, fuck you, you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't. This is bad news, Bears. Rookie contract should be easy to do. They're having issues with Trey Hendrickson. And these are both defensive players that are going to be extremely effective on their line. I think there's the potential that they get fucked with both.
So do you guys feel like the control is really now shifting towards the players in the last couple of years more so than ownership and management? And a great example, like if you look at like the NHL, like we were talking about, or even like MLB, where Vladdy was holding out and saying, "Here's my deadline. I want to have a contract by this, or I'm definitely going to free agency."
Yeah, I think it is a little bit more. I think at the end of the day, the owners still do have a significant amount of control. But I think this is the players' way of kind of like trying to fight back a little bit with that control. Like you see it in hockey, you see it in NFL. I can't think of any notable baseball ones, but I'm sure like I wouldn't be surprised if 3 years from now it's more of a trend kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I just see the power shifting
Slowly.
right,
Yeah.
incrementally.
For sure.
Yeah.
NFL for sure.
I mean, even another one that kind of comes to mind is Cutter Gauthier didn't want to play in Philadelphia. Is like, get me out of here, goes to the Ducks, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's something I never really thought about with rookies being like picky about it. You think it would just be like, all right, I go wherever the contract takes me, but Lindros is the big one that comes to mind, right?
I always
He
default to Lindros.
Refused to play for Quebec.
That was a big one. And I guess it's not directly the same, but like golf kind of had it similar, Charlie, with like Live Golf and then like the PGA.
Yeah, that's a great
so
point.
that was kind of, a little bit there. And obviously we got the US Open coming up a little bit. So, yeah, it's a pretty exciting weekend we got coming up.
Yeah, because I'm pretty excited about Oakmont Country Club and the U.S. Open that started today.
The Beast.
Yeah, so it's really because it's just outside of Pittsburgh, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Oakmont.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
So really excited about it. Like, do you see McIlroy's been shit since he won the Masters? Is he going to be in top 10?
Yeah.
Like he's had 5 out of his last 6 at U.S. Open. He's been top 10 at U.S. Open. So it's really interesting to see. Is he gonna play? Bryson, is he gonna do well? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
It's interesting because a lot of the money right now is on Scotty.
Yeah.
And I think just based off of recent form, like I was listening to, look, Babs knows, he's like, yeah. I can't remember
You've capitalized so well off his back.
I don't know what radio show I was listening to, but like they talked a lot about how like golf players have like, your average golf player has like 2 years of like being in his prime, unless you're like a Tiger Woods or like a Phil Mickelson. So like Scheffler's kind of on his zone right now. He's got the most percentage of money on him to win. DeChambeau's up there, McIlroy, Rahm, Straka's up there.
Xander Schauffele.
Yeah. And I think the interesting part about it is this is what I kind of like. I got into golf in like 2 years ago when I started, like I just bought a set and just started like going to the driving range. I'm still garbage. But like golf is that kind of thing where like you could be middle of the pack and you just need one good day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're up top. And I think that's going to be exciting. I think at the end of the day, though, like I think Scheffler's just on. And I don't know if I'd pick him to win, but I think he's going to be up there for sure.
Hard course to play on, and this is one where like you can have like a +1 day and still end up winning on the last day. I've been told that I need to go with Cam Young, so that will be my selection.
Okay.
According to the guys in the office. I'm a lot more in tune with golf just as a result of work, because we have got everyone. I'm like one of the few guys that actually doesn't golf in the office.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only guy that doesn't golf in the office, actually. And I've been able to bleed and seep information off them. But Scotty's run's got to cool at some point.
Has to.
And this is a course that'll just absolutely fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is probably, it's tough to bet. And I mean, I was watching today, I guess some guys have been just absolutely able to crush the ball, even though there's like you have a lot of blind views on this
Yeah, there's
course.
like 8 or 9 out of the 18
Yeah.
that have blind shots.
Yeah.
So like that's tough to work around for sure. My dad loves watching golf, so I'm like a very just Scotty rider, and maybe I should just keep the train going because it just keeps working.
And have you guys seen like the rough and the fescue? It's like at least 5 inches. Which
it's
is
rough.
Yeah, it's unreal what someone has. Like there was a guy that was about 200 yards out and or not 200 feet out, and so he's chipping it out, and so he's like, I feel confident I'm gonna get it on the green. Went 6 feet in front of him.
Oh.
And this is a seasoned professional pro.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's guys that are 150 feet out on the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of chipping or doing a wedge or lob shot onto the green, they're putting from 150 feet out from the fairway to the green.
Oh my God.
Consistently already today.
I respect that, man. Sometimes you got to change it up and be the maverick that does the odd thing.
Yeah.
But I love this time of year because I'll just hear across the office someone just going, "Fuck," because somebody screwed up, and that was nonstop today.
Yeah.
That's
so many people betting like top 5, top 10s. Because that's one reason why I love betting on golf. Is there's so many different ways to bet your golfer. That it's okay if they didn't win. Oh, I had him top 10. And
so good.
I like that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of blood on the floor already.
Your pick's doing okay right now. He's tied for 7th at -1. So I mean, maybe the guys at the office know what they're talking about a little bit. I mean,
Fuck no, they don't know shit.
You know what the
Morons.
craziest win at U.S. Open has been?
What?
Was +5. +5 to fucking win, and then there was
insane.
a +3 and a +2 to win.
That's insane.
That's the highest that it's
Crazy.
ever been for someone to win the U.S. Open.
Is it too? Do they make it too hard so it's not as fun to watch?
I think it
think
makes
it's
it
more
more
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
I think it's
Yeah.
way
sure.
more fun.
For sure. Watching a
context?
guy in the rough shoot it 3 feet is amazing. That's golf at its finest.
Like we all just watched the Canadian Open, and Adam Fox won by -18.
-18.
Yeah.
I'd rather see a +4, right, and everybody having a difficult time because that's where you separate the winners from the fucking losers.
Yeah. I almost feel like that's almost like in hockey. Like if you're a neutral party, you're like, yeah, I'll go to a hockey game and watch a 7-6 barn burner in overtime because it's just pure chaos.
Yeah.
This is kind of like similar vibes where it's just like everyone's not doing good, but like it's still up for grabs.
See, like I'm the weird guy who's happy with a neutral game where it's 1-0, and I'm like, I still enjoy that. Like a really crazy defensive game where a team's
Yeah.
playing the
Yeah.
trap.
Goalies making crazy saves.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
get that for
Watching
sure.
the New Jersey Devils just bleed people to death.
To end that topic off, the worst hockey game I've been to, I went to a 1-0 Montreal Canadiens loss in a shootout.
Ooh,
So there were
that's
no
good.
goals for 65 minutes of hockey.
That's one thing I fucking hate about the NHL. I think that if you score in the shootout, it should add to your goal total.
So,
Ooh.
fun fact on this one: the league I coached hockey in made the game-winning goal count towards your goal total.
Yeah, and it's whoever gets the last, like the winning goal of the shootout, not all the goals.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever wins that fucking game, like that can't be a non-statistical anomaly.
I like that
It's
take.
it's fucking bullshit in
Yeah.
my eyes.
Okay.
It's something I've been dead set against since the beginning.
Taves and Kane were some of the leaders, I believe, in the shootout goal category. I
Yeah.
believe
Oh,
Kane
for
is for
sure.
sure.
I
Maybe
remember
not
just
Taves.
that 2010s era. They were just Kane in
Yeah.
the shootout. Oh my god, it was insane.
Yeah, or
Wait,
like
wait.
Ole Jokinen or something, right?
Ole Jokinen.
Man.
Who was the guy that was skating back? He was doing this. Jason Blake for Toronto got in trouble, I
Yeah.
believe, with the spinorama.
Yeah, with
Linus,
going backwards.
Linus Olmark. No, not Olmark.
From From the Rangers?
No, there was someone on the Oilers who like grabbed the puck with like the top of the blade of a stick. It was Omar or something. I can't remember what. It was insane.
Fuck. No, I know who that is.
I'll pull that. For
Rob
next
Schremp was
episode.
doing crazy shit with the puck.
Yeah.
And then who's the other guy?
What a fall.
UC Jokinen.
Yes.
UC
He was
Jokinen
good.
was doing the crazy
That's right,
spinorama
yeah.
shit. Yeah, Rob Schremp, good guy though.
Yeah.
What a fall
Speaking
off.
of crazy stuff, do we think we're gonna get a crazy parlay card here, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right, Rahil.
You want me to do
you're
it?
up on today.
yeah.
Where there's so much golf. Where is it? It's not even.
Over on the left side.
You got to find it in the rough, bud.
You wanna know what's funny? When I first started, I got these glasses like 3 months ago. I
still don't
haven't
work.
been golfing with them yet, and I'm so excited to go golfing because I'm probably gonna be able to actually see where my ball goes now.
Well, you're just gonna be in the fucking woods all the time.
Kings must bet $4 on 8 golfers to place inside the top 10 of the U.S. Open.
We had
Beauty.
to basically
And
pick the top
this
10.
is a event card. So I don't know if that means anything, but it's green and it says event card on the
Dun, dun,
bottom. So
dun.
unlike Terry, I'm going to read that because I don't know if there's stipulations
That's
with that
right.
or anything. Do we get challenge cards?
We do. If it says no challenge cards,
It doesn't say no challenge
then
cards.
we got challenge cards. baby.
Oh, this is gonna. What could I can only bet on golfers and only bet on MLB games.
Yeah, imagine that. It's
So I
like
guess since
you
I'm
can
first
only make
on,
MLB
Yeah,
picks.
you're leading the pack.
All right.
So
Can
good
I
luck,
take
buddy.
can I take the driver with me if my picks are horrible?
If you yeah.
Oh boy, my first golfing bet. I hope my golfing bets aren't as bad as my actual golfing skills because I can't golf. Again, a reminder, Kings must bet $4 on 8 golfers to place inside the top 10 of the U.S. Open. But apparently we have challenge cards. I'm scared. I don't understand this. Your 8 picks must come from at least 5 different countries. Oh, fuck. We're screwed. So we got to go top 10. I have to look up oh my god. I don't know how to do this. I have to look up at the same time if these people are from different countries. So I guess you guys get to see my Safari history. Oh wait, no. I can go no. I can go to you guys don't get to see my Safari history. Sorry. Hopefully Nick can cut out the part where I scroll over, but I am in the score and I can look at everyone's nationalities from here. So John Ram is Spanish. Didn't know that, but we're going with him. I don't know what Scheffler is. What nationality is Scheffler? That's Schwaffle. I don't even know. Okay, Scheffler's American. That's kind of figured. We're going to go Scheffler. I'm going to pick a lot of favorites here. JJ Spawn. I think he's leading right now. JJ Spawn is leading. He's American. It's 5 different countries, right? So I could go double American here. We're going to go... I'm going to go T. Lawrence. I got to show all, please, here to finish in the top 10. 3, 4, 5. There we go. I was like, they're not loading for me? This is a problem? Do I think Rory's going to break out of his slump? Where is he right now? McIlroy. You know what? I'm going to take him. We're going to take Rory. So we have a Spanish, 2 Americans, and I think Rory might be... Is he British or Scottish? Forget which one. Our producer is going to hate me with how much scrolling I have to do with this card. I'm going to try and be quick. McIlroy. I literally... There's no way he's below +2. He must have had he might not be a good pick, actually. I'm actually going to take him out. If he's that far down, we do not like that. We'll go with Siwoo Kim. He's doing pretty good right now. He's at a -2. Who else do we want here? So I have 4 so far. So I have 3 countries. So I need 2 more countries. They're both South Korean, so I can't pick that. We'll go with Neergaard Pedersen. I think he's Danish. And then let's go with a wild card here. Let's go with a fun pick. We're going to go with the Canadian, Corey Connors. So as of right now, I have a Spanish, 2 Americans, 2 South Koreans, Netherlands, and Canada. So we have 5. Okay. So I can just load up now. So we'll do Sung Jae Im, we'll do DeChambeau, and we'll do Koepka. Oh no, I don't need. Okay, so 8. Some of these cannot be combined into a single part. Okay. I don't know what to do here. Apparently, some of mine can't be combined into a single. What? Why can't they be
combined?
What was that? Sorry.
What can't be combined?
I'm trying to see. I literally just have 8. It's not showing. I have 8 guys in the top 10, and it's just not. Hang on, let me see something. I don't think we can do 8. Like, I literally don't think FanDuel lets you do 8. I'm picking on. If I have 7 guys right now to finish in the top 10, I can do it. If I'm picking a random 8th person, it's not letting me.
Okay, we pivot to 7.
Okay, so you want me to just do 7?
Yeah, I'll let everybody know, or you can let them know when they come in.
Okay, I'll let them know. All right, so apparently FanDuel doesn't want me to do 8 because they don't want me to win $1 billion jillion. That's fine. It's okay. It just makes things harder for me because I have to have 5 different countries on 7 players. So we are going to go with John Rahm, who is Spanish. Yes, he's Spanish. I have to confirm all these. Scotty Scheffler is American. So is JJ Spawn. He is American. So that's 2 countries so far. Sunjae Im and Siwoo Kim are both South Korean. So that's 3. I want to take out. I have Rasmus Niergaard Pedersen, who is Danish. So that's 4. And then we're going to pick the Canadian because we're Canadian, Corey Connor. So that's 5 different countries. We have 2 Americans, 2 South Koreans, a Dane, a Spanish, and a Canadian. So we are betting $4 on 7 golfers now. So the payout is going to be $945. This is going to be spicy, guys. Let's see how we do.
All right, here we go. We are back in the eavesdrop room. And we picked the U.S. Open event card. Apparently we can pick 7 out of the top 10 to finish in top 10 for the U.S. Open. So that was our beautiful card that Rahil picked. Very excited about this. And I am going to pick my challenge card. So, U.S. Open challenge card. King must choose at least 4 players from North America. So that is my card. I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad. Obviously, there's some good North American players. But if I had a choice, I'd rather pick the world. So, let's get into this beautiful game we all love of golf. So, U.S. Open. And we got to pick the top 10. So, top 10 finishes. So, 4 from America. I know Spun is leading, I think, right now. Where is Spun from? Let's take a look. Okay. So we've got JJ Spawn. So I've got to take 4. So choose at least 4 at least. So I could pick more. We're going to go Bryson. I don't know how Jordan Spieth is doing. We could go Jordan Spieth. So let's just... is Xander Schauffele? Is he North American? The name always screws me up. He is. He's from... He's America. Just the name always throws me off. I could go Connors. Could go Connors. Connors. And God, could Rory play well? I don't know. Rory's interesting because, like, ever since he's won the Masters, as I said on the Sofa King's couch, just I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to perform well. Brooks Koepka. And God, I cannot stand Patrick Reed. Cam Young. Odds are changing on FanDuel right in front of our eyes. So let's take a peek at this here right now. So I've got 8. I've got to pick 7. So we've got. Do I go with Kim too? There's just so many great names. John Rahm, he is sneaky. Okay, let's just pick and then remove a couple here. Rory and Adam Scott. I just don't think he's gonna perform well on the greens. The greens are crazy. Let's see who else. Griffin, no. Jason Day, no. Cam Smith, no. Okay. So we've got 10. I've got to remove 3. So we're going JJ, Bryson, Spieth. Spieth is an interesting one. Almost did a deal with Jordan Spieth as well. Schauffele, Corey Connors, Scheffler. So let's remove Cam Young. Let's remove Rory. And one more here. One more. I do like Spieth. I want to keep him in. Corey Connors, love that. Scheffler, I want. It's between Koepka or Kopka. Yeah, Kopka or John Rahm. Oh, that's tough. Let's remove. Okay, and then we had to do a $4 bet on 7 out of 10. So, Spawn, DeChambeau, Spieth, Schauffele, Connors. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I can lock that in. Bam, there we go, baby. We've got our 7 out of the top 10 finishes for the U.S. Open at Oakmont Country Club. And feeling like I could go 6 or 7, but hopefully I win. And just to recap here, we've got JJ Spawn, Bryson DeChambeau, Jordan Spieth, Xander Schauffele, Corey Connors, Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, plus 23,000 on the odds, $4 wager to win $923. And we're locked in for our 7 out of 10 with a $4 bet.
Kings must bet $4 on 7 golfers to place inside the top 10 of the U.S. Open. Should have been the Canadian Open, but we're here anyways. Oh, there's a new version. Aw, man. Oh, that's pretty quick. We can cut this out. All right, so first one I'm going with is Bryson DeChambeau. That's my boy. Not really, but I kind of like him. Seems pretty sick. Let's see who else we got out here. Rory is pretty much a top 10 finisher. What else do we got out here? I'm just trying to find names that I recognize. We'll go back up here. So, Xander. Who else? JJ Spawn is sitting in first place right now. So that's 4. JJ, Bryson, Xander, Rory, Scotty. That's 5. Scotty's a pretty much guaranteed lock here. Now the other names I'm kind of looking at are John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Ludwig. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Ludwig And we're going to take... Let's take a John Ram. So this is a $4. Oh my goodness. I'm going to win $1,200? Bro, the IRS is going to take me hostage if I win this. Holy shit. Okay. I got to go through this. John, Scotty, Spawn, Bryson, Xander, Rory, Ludwig. Man. All right.
What was your challenge card?
Fuck me. Well, let's see what the challenge card is. You can only have 2 North American golfers? I gotta look up where they live? God damn it. Okay.
Jesus Christ, Terry.
Bro, I don't know geography. What is this? Oh my god. How do I find out where they live, dude? This is crazy. Is there a place that tells me where they're from? Oh, okay. Here we go. This app kind of tells me. So JJ is American. Ram is not American. So that's good. How do I see more people? Fuck. Okay, we're going... Oh, here we go. Okay, this is kind of what we want to see. Okay, so Rory is good. Ludwig, we're good. So JJ and Scotty. Shit. So I'm going to have to get rid of... I can't even find his name now. Okay, so Xander I have to get rid of. Oh! And I think I gotta get rid of... Bryson. Oh, or do I keep Bryson and get rid of Spawn? This is tough. Alright, let's go back over here and see some of these names. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so Hideki Matsuyama. I think maybe we take that one. Oh, dear. Jesus. Oh, good. How many Americans? Bro, who's even gonna back check these guys to find out where they live? Okay. Sepp Straka. That's a sick name, actually. Where is this man? Jeez. Is he even here? There he is. Oh my god, plus 4,000 to finish in the top. That looks good. Alright, well. Okay, if this hits 73K... What? Bro, why is everyone American? Scotty, Rory, Ludwig, Heidi, or Hideki. Who else do I got out here? Straka. I gotta get rid of... Okay, so Rory's good. Ludwig's good. JJ Scotty. And then John is good. And then Hideki And okay, I think we're good. I think this is good. Block out that information, please. I'm fit to play. That was needed. Alright. Well, let's hope for the best. Big money.
This is going to be very hard. I don't know how I'm going to compete here, guys. I have to make a $4 bet. 8 golfers to finish inside, or 7 golfers to finish inside the top 10 of the U.S. Open. My challenge card, Major Virginity. Half your picks must include golfers who have never won a major. Okay. Offhand, I don't know who these will be. So, half my picks. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go John Rahm to finish inside the top 10, minus 240. Scotty, minus 210 to finish inside the top 10. I'm a Scotty merchant. JJ Spawn, minus 110 to finish. And then Bryson DeChambeau as my... Oh, no, maybe I should go... I'm going to have to look up and see if some of these guys have won it or not. This will be the problem. Fuck, has this guy won it? Let's find out. Can I not cut and paste? Oh, this is going to be a problem. Colin Morikawa, has he won? Has Colin Morikawa won a... Oh, that's not going to do it either. Fuck. Morikawa won a major. Can't pick Colin Morikawa. He's won a major. Next up. DeChambeau's won a major. Okay, so half my picks. Oh, okay. I'm going to say that there's no half if it's a 7. Okay, I'm going to say 4 of my picks then. This will be a discussion.
I flipped a coin. It's 3.
It's 3? Fuck. Alright. Who hasn't won a major? Has Ludwig won a major? He's not won a major championship. Ludwig, you're in. Cam Young. Has Cam Young won a major? Cam Young. Young won a major. Cam Young's in. I brought him up on the show. That's 5. Okay, so I need 2 more guys who have not won a major before. And those are actually 2 guys I should be picking here anyways. So those are smart picks. Cam Young plus 280 and then Ludwig plus 250. Ben Griffin. Has Ben Griffin won a major? No. Ben, you're in. Okay, Sung Jae Im. Sung Jae Im. Won a major. Oh my god, come on. Gemini, tell me. Okay, I'm not gonna risk that he has. DeChambeau, Russ Henley. Has Russ Henley won a major? No, he is not. Welcome to the team, Russ. Plus 175. Okay, I've got my parlay, guys. See y'all. John Rahm, minus 220. Scotty Scheffler, minus 210. JJ Spawn, minus 110. Ludwig Adberg plus 250, Cam Young plus 280, Ben Griffin plus 150, Russell Henley plus 175. So by putting $4 on this, I can win $1,495.71 on a parlay that's plus 37,381. Let's see how this one goes.
All right, so we only picked 7 out of instead of 8 because we had to. The tournament's already started, so we did 7 golfers. No one get mad, but
Surprise.
I need to bring up what Terry did because this is the funniest thing ever. I don't know if you want me to tell them, Terry, or if you want to tell them.
This is my thing. I should probably
Yeah,
tell
please,
tell
Terry,
the
enlighten everybody.
listeners. Well, I'm gonna be rich. So, if you guys send me a letter, I will send you a lot of money. But I had to pick 2 North American golfers. That's it. Everyone else had to be otherwhere in the world. So I took JJ Spawn and Scotty Scheffler to be my 2 Americans. And then I've got Rory McIlroy, I've got Ludwig, I've got John Ram.
But what was the unique situation that happened?
Well, I am kind of dumb, and I was looking at the standings of golf because that's where you naturally.
Not the live standings
Go
of the
to.
U.S. Open,
The-
the standings.
The FedEx Cup standings.
I don't know what.
How much-
It could be the standings on anything, but number 3 is Sepp Straka, and I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
So
you picked them,
I picked Sepp in my bet, and
Right now he's +8 in the tournament first day.
and he's plus 4,000 to finish in the top 10.
Right, which blew up your odds.
So how much do you win?
Your odds were 1,800,000.
1.8 mil.
Right, and
yeah.
how much can you win for your $4 bet?
73,000.
Dude.
Yeah.
This
Dude,
is-
if that hits.
I'm going to say this right now. I thought mine was bad, and when I came in, but I had to take half my golfers that could never have won a major before. So I was using Google Gemini as I was going through, so I could stay under. We're trying to get these done quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, plus 36,405. So
You got a spicy one too.
I might be rich.
Not as rich, but rich.
Yeah.
I had an interesting one. I had to pick from 5 different countries. So, I was like, America, obviously, you got to lock that one in. So, I went with Scotty Scheffler and JJ Spawn. And then I went with, I didn't know John Ram was Spanish, so I took him. I took
Olé.
Olé. I took a Norwegian guy. I took 2 South Koreans, and then I took Corey Connors, the Canadian. So, I got 5 there. My odds were plus 3,000 or something. I'm winning $900. Yours are better than mine though, odd-wise, I think.
Yeah, so my challenge card was I had to pick at least 4 North American, and I would agree maybe that's the best card of all the couch, everybody on the couch here. However, if I think you were to ask me would I'd rather play the world or North America, I think I'd rather take the world.
That's fair.
So I just feel more confident about that. Do I think 7 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 are going to be North American? I don't think so for this tournament. It's just the greens are wild. I think it's probably going to be at least 3. So doesn't make me feel nearly as confident. But my odds were 23,000. You win just under $1,000 for my $4 bet.
That's not bad.
But where you guys kind of screwed me with the UFC last week, and everybody's talking about fucking patchy mix, and I was like, I do not like this. I even said in the eavesdrop, and I was like, shit. I was humming and hawing. You guys were talking about Cam Young. Babs was talking about Cam Young, and I had him in my 10 picks, and I was like, I got to remove 3. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with my instincts, going to take them off. So I was choosing not to listen to wise advice on the couch.
Interesting.
We got a big UFC though this weekend.
Yeah. Fight night this weekend. Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley. Buckley and Kamaru both wins. Their last wins were over Colby Covington, which is funny. Usman hasn't fought in almost 2 years. Last fight was the short notice against oh my god, why is the name Chechenian?
Hamza, yeah.
Hamzat, yeah.
Maiev.
Yeah, and that was a good fight. That was a good fight. If that was 5 rounds, I think Usman wins that fight. But so him coming back with all the knee issues he's had over the years, can he get it done? If he gets it done, he's going to be a pretty much right back in the title picture.
I would assume so. Yeah, he had like I think it's no cartilage left in his knees, and like he wasn't able to like do certain just basic activities, which happens with wrestlers and stuff. And he wasn't able, like we watched him, just he was a shell.
Yeah.
When he after with his losses, it just wasn't there against Kamzat. Yeah, it was better, but an unfortunate result nonetheless. So I would
Yeah.
suspect here, Joaquin Buckley is a dog, but Chris Curtis. And you see some guys like with similar fighter styles come through. I think this is probably a favorable matchup for Joaquin Buckley. If
So you think Buckley's going to win?
he might, just because like, he might be able to just move, and that might be the difference.
I don't know, man.
Mm.
I love Usman now, so I'm kind of like, I think he can get it done. He can get right back in the title picture, and it makes that division exciting again.
Mhm.
Right now, 170 kind of sucks. You've got guys at the top that are exciting, like Hamzat, if he makes weight ever again. But he might be at 185 now. Is he fighting DDP next? And then, oh my goodness.
Is there a female card?
The
Like main card?
Rose Namajunas is fighting Miranda. Oh my god.
Oh, not Miranda Maverick.
It's yes. It is Miranda.
Yes,
Maverick,
Miranda. Okay, and Miranda. Yeah, okay. It's so hard with like people who have last names that sound like nicknames.
yeah. Right.
Yeah, but with the fight this weekend, it might be the difference where like we've seen it when Chris Curtis has fought guys who can't move. And Chris Curtis can move, and they can just beat him with a jab.
Fair.
And if Usman's beat up and he's done well. He's done very well with how he dealt with his title run. I don't think anybody really specifically hates him as a fighter.
Mhm.
No.
He was boring for a bit, and then he knocks people the fuck out. And this might be just a sunsetting, unfortunately.
It could be the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
You see it so often where the old fighters get thrown to the wolves, and
Mm.
the UFC is the most unforgiving sport there is.
Right.
So
So the main men's card, who's that?
Usman and Joaquin Buckley.
So who do you have winning?
I'm going Usman.
I'll go Buckley.
I have no idea.
I got Usman.
Okay, I have no idea.
Just pick a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go Usman. Why not?
There you go.
Yeah,
I
All
like
right.
that.
go. But man, UFC, we got the US Open, we'll have hockey, we'll have NBA. Man, we got a fun weekend coming
And
up.
then we're going to have no fun for July and August.
Yeah.
Club World Cup, though. But
Yeah. So we'll enjoy it while we can, obviously. Make sure you guys enjoy it while you can as well. Thank you for watching another episodes of Sofa Kings. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. That's why I cut Terry off there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we only talking about like a unique moment or unique thing,
Okay.
and then
do a quick 3 minutes, and then we can see shit.
I'm going to use
Okay,
that
so-
same close up.
all right. So go in 3 seconds here.
So we picked 7 golfers because the tournament's currently ongoing, but I don't want to talk about that. Terry, I want you to talk about what happened because this was hilarious. Terry's going to be rich.
I'm gonna be rich. That's my game plan here. I don't know about you guys what you're playing for, but I'm getting the early exit. So 7 golfers. My challenge card was only 2 of them could be from North America, which I realized at the end of my time after I'd made all my picks, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. But I had to go back and make some changes, and I didn't realize when I went to TSN to check the standings.
Because you check the standings to see everybody's flags
Yes.
and their country of origin.
Exactly. And Sepp Straka was in 3rd, so I was like, this is
Great
fucking-
value.
This
Yeah.
is genius.
Yeah.
Only an idiot wouldn't take this.
Right.
Yeah.
So the problem is that instead of looking at Oakmont's leaderboard for today, Thursday, you looked at the FedEx Cup leaderboard standings.
Yes.
Right. And right now, who's the
plus
guy?
4,000.
Straka's
is,
plus
Sepp
4,000.
Straka.
And he's plus 8 by the end of today's round.
Yeah. So
And cut off Saturday.
yeah, and that's just that's not great. My car, mine's it's just bad news. Bears. I had to pick 4 guys that hadn't won a major before, so I was using Google Gemini. So let's hope Google Gemini wasn't wrong. But this weekend UFC card though, where I was wrong with UFC. We disagree though. I think for the main event, right?
Yeah, I'm going Usman in this.
And I think I'm going Buckley because Usman really beat up, knee issues and stuff. Buckley's a guy that can move around. We've seen other guys where you get a matchup where a guy's slower, And then you have a guy who's faster. And he can move around. And he can kind of just win with a jab. Usman's built, though, of the core of guys where, like, I will wrestle fuck you to death. And
Yes.
I suspect potentially that could happen, too.
Just a struggle fuck.
Yes, but Buckley's also...
That's such a weird
Well, he's the way he put it too.
No,
Just like, oh.
I said wrestle.
Right. It's that's the
but
same thing.
Buckley's jacked as fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So
yoked.
I don't know how this could be a sunsetting moment in my eyes, but I mean, Usman, what else does he have to fucking earn? You got people are like, you're boring. He goes, okay, and then just started knocking people out. So like, he's done everything.
See, you got Buckley. You got who again?
I got Usman.
I'm probably going Buckley because I have no idea, and I just like the guy who's more mobile. So.
And I have Usman too. So we're 2-2 here.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
couch
2-2.
realignment next episode.
And what was your challenge card that you got for the U.S. Open?
My one was 5 countries. So
Okay.
I just picked a Canadian, a Dane, Spanish guy, John Rahm, Spanish apparently, Ole.
Olay.
And then I picked 2 North Americans and 2 South Koreans. So pretty easy. Yours was easier though.
Yeah, I got pretty fortunate. I think I might have maybe the best card, so I had to pick at least 4 North Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I would still probably rather choose the world over North America because I think maybe 3 are going to sneak into the top 10.
Yep.
Mhm.
And just with the crazy greens. So yeah, I've got a pretty decent card and good payout as well, but my odds were nowhere near as Terry's. So
yeah, neither were mine.
I think we're all pretty fortunate other than Terry's card right now.
My plus $35,000 plus 35,000 wager is could bring home a few dollars, but
And
Not
and,
shabby.
and do you guys remember the women's card for the UFC? Who's fighting?
That's gonna be Rose Namajunas and Miranda Maverick.
yeah, Rose is an interesting one because I think she gets shit on because of her coaching and like there's negative stuff surrounding that potentially.
That's a whole thing.
That's a whole
in
thing. We won't
itself.
get- we won't get into that.
Crazy.
But coaching wise, they kept telling her in one fight that she was okay against the Cookie Monster and Carla
Esparza.
Esparza, and like she wasn't doing okay.
Right.
She's an interesting one because 1 minute she could head kick Wei Li Zhang and knock her out, and then the next minute she's getting like dumped on her head. So
It's
it's
very strange. Ever since like the worst title fight of all time, where you actually people like couldn't score the fight. That's how little action there was between those two
Right.
fighters.
Yeah.
But one action where the action was that Carla Esparza pushed like just went forward more. That's it. She didn't necessarily connect. She just was
went
on going
forward.
forward
Yep.
for 25 minutes and won a fucking title.
That's
Jesus.
crazy. Wow.
So like hard to pick on this one. I pretty much only exclusively bet against Rose if I'm actually making picks now. So
yeah,
I
I'll
love
go
Rose.
Miranda Maverick.
I love Rose. I can't go against her.
I'll go Maverick.
Yeah, I'll go Rose. So we're 2-2 again.
So we're 2 and 2.
nice.
Look at this.
See,
guys.
like this is the couch of unity, but we disagree about our fights.
Yeah.
This is the couch of I don't know what I want to call you
The
guys.
couch that sucks.
being higher in the scoreboard.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
why we're first and
Well,
second, baby.
we got UFC this
We all have the
weekend.
same dollars in the bank this month. Don't forget that.
True.
Well, until Terry
Yeah.
gets 73,000.
I'm driving in a Bugatti.
Yeah, Terry wins the show. Terry wins the entire
Yeah.
series, like the whole
Exactly.
series. If he hits this, it's his.
It
I was
is.
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
last week with my UFC card. I could have won $800, and I was only 2 off, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was like,
I
now
never take the
Ter-
crown off if I win.
You know, you
Yeah,
have.
Yeah, it's just yours forever.
Terry's going to buy shares in the show. moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so UFC this weekend, US Open this weekend. We got basketball, we got hockey. Like, man, Babs, we got an exciting weekend. I don't know what I'm going to watch.
Nothing.
We got to enjoy it while we can, though.
Go
I think.
outside, touch
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah, that's fair. But we got to enjoy it while we can. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it watching. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Sofa Kings. We'll see you guys next time.